Hello there everyone and welcome back to Green Gourmet. Today, the recipe is a chocolate cake, which is not only vegan, but it is also gluten-free. Yes, you've heard me right. This cake doesn't have any flour in it. So before we go in the kitchen for the recipe, please subscribe to my channel, Green Gourmet, like and share this recipe with anyone who might like a delicious and easy vegan recipe. Now, let's get baking together. So as I said, this recipe is also gluten-free, so there's no flour in it. It's very simple. As you can see, it's basically cornstarch and cocoa powder. A little bit of sugar. It's really very, very easy to make. So just make sure that you blend all the ingredients very well, and it'll literally take like 2 minutes. It's not properly a one bowl chocolate cake recipe because we are going to have to melt the chocolate, but as you can see, it's really super easy. Just make sure that you blended the ingredients very well. After that, you add your vegetable milk. In my case, this is soy milk. For this specific recipe, you can use any vegetable milk you prefer. But sometimes for some recipes, it's actually best to use either soy milk or almond milk. But in this one, even rice milk or oat milk will work perfectly fine. Maybe the oat milk will slightly change the flavor, but just go ahead and try it. And if you do, just let me know in the comments here below how you think that it turned out. So little by little, add the vegetable milk. I'm saying little by little because otherwise with the cornstarch, it's not going to melt properly and you don't want to have any big chunks of cornstarch in your cake. As you can see, the mixture has got to be very, very smooth. And then at this point, we grate the lemon zest in the mixture. I use 1 entire lemon, so both the zest and the juice of the lemon, because I really like it like super zesty. I like the contrast between the sweet chocolate and the zesty lemon flavor. And here we are going to melt our chocolate, bain-marie, or commonly said, a nice water bath. As you can see, my chocolate is from an Easter egg. And actually, this is the reason why I thought I should publish this recipe, because I don't know what goes on in your house at Easter, but I receive a lot of Easter eggs and then I have all this chocolate sitting around, and I thought that this gluten-free vegan chocolate cake would be a perfect way to use it. So basically it's very easy. You set your cake mixture aside and then we move on to melting the chocolate. It's a very plain bain-marie, so boiling water. You put the chocolate in a bowl and you keep mixing until it melts completely, as you can see right now. And little by little, when it's still in the water bath, we are going to add the vegan butter, because this cake has got a little bit of vegan butter in it. So just add it little by little and just add the new cubes of butter once the previous ones have been completely incorporated into the chocolate. And this is what it's going to look like. It's going to turn into, I would say, some sort of ganache consistency and texture at a certain point, as you can see, but it's still very, very smooth. It's not as runny as plain chocolate, but it's got to be extremely smooth. Once all the butter chocolate mixture is completely melted, just get rid of the pan, and this is when we are going to put our chocolate, our melted chocolate, in the bowl with all the other ingredients that we previously prepared. Just make sure that you give it another stir very quickly before you pour the chocolate in, because the cornstarch might have gone down to the bottom of your bowl. Just give it a good stir and then add the chocolate and butter mixture. Nothing more than that. Mix very well, and this is how it's gonna look like. It's dark chocolate, so this cake, and since it has no flour in it, this cake is going to look extremely dark. But the great thing about it is basically, since it's like 200 grams of chocolate, zero flour and only 45 grams of cornstarch. It's going to be like melt in the mouth sort of texture when you eat it, and it's absolutely amazing. So as you can imagine by the very small pan I'm using, this mixture makes a rather smallish cake. It's approximately 18 diameters pan I'm using here. So if you want a bigger one, you have like to double the dose and make it in a bigger pan. I just like to make it very little so that I can have it very fresh. This cake actually sits around a couple of days, but no more than that, I would say. And now the final touch to this cake. I like to serve it with this vegan Greek yogurt frosting. So basically I just mix some vegan yogurt with a little bit of maple syrup, and then I whip it up nicely. Just make sure if you actually do this frosting to use the Greek yogurt, because otherwise it's going to be a little too runny. So I recommend using the Greek yogurt for this one. And since we are in full strawberry season in Italy, and I mean chocolate, lemon, screams strawberries. So I thought that the perfect cherry on the top, or actually strawberry on the top in this case, was to use strawberries to do a final touch on this cake. So cake, the Greek yogurt frosting, a little bit of strawberries, just 2 or 3 slices on top, and there you go. You have served up a delicious decadent chocolate cake. I swear, it melts in your mouth. It's vegan, it's gluten-free. It takes 15 minutes to make. It's al bacio. If you don't try it, you're missing out. I hope you like this recipe and let me know what you think about it. And if I did leave you longing for more, subscribe to my channel, Green Gourmet. And thank you very much. See you very soon on Green Gourmet for another recipe, another adventure, and a new video. Bye for now.